Hello everybody, welcome back to another YouTube Monday. I thought this would be super fun. I am Emily Schromm, nutritional therapy practitioner and personal trainer. I am here to empower you to empower yourself. And the best way and most efficient way you can do that isn't actually exercise, it's what you eat. It's the food you consume, because everything breaks down into nutrients and our cell runs off of nutrients. So if you want to feel better, if you want to look better, you have to care about what you eat. And I totally get that when you look at making meals on the go and you look at all the recipes, they're overwhelming. And it's like, what the hell? How do I make this as fast as possible? And that's where I come in, because my life is ran on random ass ingredients that I throw into a skillet and make delicious macro-friendly meals. So I made this post the other day, and it says, I want a cooking show. Some of you might have seen this. That is called, take these random ass ingredients you found in your fridge and make something delicious, but also make it macro-friendly. So I wanted to show you an example of how I do that. I just moved into this new house. So this is my brand new kitchen, which I'm so excited about. And we haven't grocery shopped yet. So I have random ass ingredients in my fridge. And I want to make sure you guys know that as long as you think a little bit of how to build a plate, you can make really good food without overthinking it. So this is my don't overthink it meal. So I'm going to start with one of my staples. I think these are really great to have. Applegate has versions. These are organic chicken apple sausages. And so it's just really good protein. For the amount of protein that I need, I usually eat 2. But since I have some guests, we're gonna make all 4. And these can be any type of sausage, as long as there's not a lot of sugar in them, depending on what kind of meat you eat. Ideally, grass-fed or organic, as much as you can get high quality, it is important. And the easiest way to do these is you just chop. Oh my gosh, I got new knives. These are amazing. These are so much better. So chop them really thin so they cook very quickly. I'm not kidding you. If something takes me more than 10 minutes to cook, I don't want to do it. So I love cooking, but I love cooking basically for time because everything is a competition in my life. And then I use a cast iron skillet to cook. So if you come on over here, this is avocado oil, which has been on for maybe a little too long. And I love cast irons because even though they are hard to clean at first, you have to season them in. The best part about it, you never wash it with soap and water, so it always has a good season. And I also love salt. A little bit of salt here. While these are cooking, I'm going to do kale. So this is a big important part, right? We have our protein. But vegetables are the hardest for people to eat. And so I have 3 different types. This is pico de gallo. So I don't know if we can technically call this like nutrient-dense vegetables because it's tomatoes and onion and cilantro, but any vegetable can count. This is from a leftover Green Chef, which is one of my favorites. Not sponsored by them. I just think they're great and easy. But if I have leftover things, I always try to use it. Avoiding food waste is, do you know that Americans waste 40% of food? That's how much food they throw away. So this is another way to kind of help avoid that, just getting creative. Kale takes a little bit longer to cook, especially if you use stems. So kale I throw into the skillet a little sooner than spinach. But same thing you just did with this, throw it in as much as you want. That's the trick to vegetables, is to make them taste good. Where did I put? Still trying to figure out where my things are. This might be a little too big. We'll just use this guy. Just get it to all get the avocado oil. The reason I use avocado oil is because it works really good for high heat. And so I have olive oil, but I only cook with olive oil when it's salad dressings or like a fast saute. When you look at something that's going to be on the pan for a while, or you're gonna really, really cook it, like maybe fried chicken or like paleo fried chicken, whatever it is, you do need to make sure if it's high heat, using avocado oil or coconut oil will keep it really stable. And I can dig into why in another episode if you guys are curious about that. But it's definitely a big thing for me to make sure that the fat that I'm cooking with stays stable and non-oxidized, which means your body knows what to do with it. So I'm gonna let that keep going. And then literally, once that's going, we got my protein, I got my veggies, then I start thinking about, well, what about my carbs? What about all the goodness to make this taste good. And so when I'm looking at making a bowl and throwing it into a bowl, I know I have my vegetables, a little bit of fat from the avocado oil, and I have my protein, but I want to make this yummy and I want to make it last longer than 2 hours. And so that's where fat comes in. So I always have a really good fat source, hence avocados. I'm going to just slice some avocado. This is my favorite way to slice it. Just kind of keep it in the shell. Do like a little 4-way, and then you can kind of pop these out. So little cubes. I'll do half of one for my bowl, and then I'll share for the rest of you guys. So popping the avocado out, I'm going to add beets because beets are so good for our body, for methylation, for gallbladder support, for just feeling good. I mean, it really comes down to your liver, and beets are magic. So beets in any way, but these are really easy. It's a brand that I like. Slightly too expensive for my taste, but they're already pickled. That way you don't have to boil them and clean them. Throw it in a bowl. I'm going to add some pico de gallo. I really do feel like Rachel Ray right now. This is amazing. I want my own cooking show so badly. And then you just take, so I want 2 of these, so I'm going to take half of it, and the other half I'll share. Once I get the kale to where I like, so if you don't like kale, cook it a little bit longer. Another really easy trick for this is actually when you can't get your veggies to cook, just cover them. Cover them and drop the temperature, or drop an ice cube and then cover them so it slightly steams it a little bit faster. And then find some sort of sauce. So I love bitchin' sauce. I love Primal Kitchen avocado oil sauces. There's a million different, basically gluten-free, dairy-free, bad oil-free sauces that just a little bit can make your dish taste like magic. And that is an example of Iron Chef Macro-Friendly Cooking Edition. I hope you got some ideas. If you like this, please tell me. YouTube's every Monday, so please ask questions so that I can answer them in these videos. I love doing these, and I would love to do them for you. So tell me what you want to hear, and I'll see you next week. I'm going to eat this. You're going to get me eating this, aren't you?